Sometimes I've made a fool of myself by saying all the important ones are now in, and then somebody walks in, they get offended. So now please sit down, and a little bit of kindness to your body. What part of your body aches or is hurting? See if you can send this beautiful sense of kindness, saying to these parts of your body which have been injured or just worn out, say to them, the door of my heart is open to you. Part of life is having injuries, all that stress. I'm going to make peace with you. Let you be. Kindness is letting go. Be right in this moment. Because you always know that your future, even what happens in half an hour's time, all your future is being made now. This is the only place you can build a good future. Right now, by being kind. When I remember kindness, meditation becomes so much easier. I'm kind to my meditation. I never force it or criticize it. Be kind. Now to develop that kindness more deeply. Years ago, I remembered a simile that if you want to start a fire, you have to start with something which easily takes the flame, like dry paper. And from dry paper, you put on small pieces of wood called kindling. And after small pieces of wood, bigger twigs. And then gradually bigger pieces of wood. Until the fire is so hot, you can put on logs. Even logs which are so damp, which ordinarily would not take the flame. But because there's enough heat there, even wet, sappy logs can take the flame and start burning, like loving kindness. You start with something easy, like paper, and eventually you can put really wet, sappy logs, meaning enemies or people who've hurt you. You can put that onto the fire too, and that soon dries and takes the flame. It's amazing what you can give loving kindness towards. So we start with something easy. Those of you who've listened to my loving kindness practices before know that I usually choose a little animal which I love. A little kitten for me. If you have a little dog Foxy, imagine her as if it's right in front of you. But for me, I prefer this little kitten, a kitten who was abandoned. I go through this same little story every time I do loving kindness meditation. I imagine I'm walking down the streets of some town somewhere in the world, and I hear this sound. And the sound is so sad. The sound really goes straight to my heart. Something in this world is really needing something which you can't get. And this little sound is out of a newborn kitten who's been abandoned by her mother. Abandoned and has to fend for herself from now on. And I can hear that cry. That little kitten has been abandoned, has not lost hope yet. A few times the little kitten has trusted somebody, and he got scratched and bitten and chased away. Life can be very hard. But I hear the sound of that kitten. It just becomes something I can't walk past. I go towards where that sound is coming from. And this is my imagination, I'm visualizing this. Visualize seeing these two feline eyes staring at me in a dark corner. It's the only place that little kitten has found safety, where hardly anyone can see her. And because I know I can't go any closer, instead I send my loving kindness. Dear little kitten, you may not be able to hear me or understand human language, but you can certainly understand human emotions. And I'm sending my emotions as strongly as I can to say I care for you, little kitten. I truly do. I know it may be difficult for me to get food and shelter for you, but I'm sure I can manage, especially if you need some shelter, some food, some safety. Dear little kitten, may you receive my loving kindness so you can grow and have a happy, peaceful life. My compassion starts to grow. I always notice it as a tingling in my chest. Doesn't matter where you feel it, but feel it somewhere in your body. Because once I start to feel it, it's a tingle in my chest, something physical. It becomes much easier to remember this loving kindness as like this beautiful golden energy coming out from my heart, my physical heart, going through my chest and out into the world, where right now I am focusing it on this imaginary kitten. What happens when a person feels safe, realizing you're not going to harm or hurt it? Its timidity, its fear lessens. This little kitten, her eyes get closer to me. I can see its ears now. I have to put aside the shock of seeing so many cuts and scratches on its ears. To see that its fur is not smooth or clean. It's got even pock marks of blood on it. That poor little kitten is trusted and been hurt. So I'm amazed it can trust even me after what it's been through. I will never demean your trust. So as I look at this little kitten, spreading loving kindness towards her, you can see her trust in me is growing. And as she trusts me more and more, she comes closer. You don't need to be a great meditator to read the mind. Sometimes you feel this cat realizes you're never going to harm it. A little kitten really needs some help, really needs some kindness and protection. How on earth can a little kitten find food by itself? So my heart just goes out to this little kitten. By that I mean this rays of golden light, energy, loving kindness start spreading out from my heart to that little kitten. And the more I bathe that little kitten in loving kindness, the more it relaxes, the more it comes closer to me. And it allows me to put out my hand. I extend it just so softly, so slowly. The last thing I would ever want to do is scare the trust which I've been building up between this little kitten, so vulnerable, and me. As I extend my hand, this little kitten allows me to touch her. I'm so soft. And no matter how soft I am, I allow myself to get softer until I can pick up this little kitten. I have to put aside my disgust at what this kitten's been through. All the scars and the dirt and the blood on its emaciated body. But don't worry, little kitten. I will care for you. I will look after you from now on. And I pick up that little kitten. And I draw that little kitten close to my own chest until it's touching my robe. I don't worry about smells or dirt. I just want to be kind. I'm so kind to this little imaginary kitten that in this visualization, this little kitten relaxes so much. It starts to purr. It closes its eyes. It actually feels safe. Even though it must be so hungry and so sore, the fact that this promise of care and shelter and protection has come into her, she realizes that in the future all that pain and disappointment will go. This little kitten falls asleep in my arms. Later on I will find it whatever it needs to survive. It's got a friend, a protector, someone who will care for it forever. And I just linger there, and I feel just how pleasant that is to give to another. And then I allow that image of the kitten to disappear. It can be recalled any time. And I remember a friend, someone I've known for many years, who may be sick, may even be in hospital. You imagine them. You say to them, the door of my heart is open to you. Please come in. I care about you too. There's so many different experiences of pain and disappointment, frustration we have in our world. Sometimes that's all we talk about, that's all we see. So right now, I'm showing the other side of humanity, how we can care for one another, and how beautiful that is. So right now, imagine one of my friends not here. It could be a parent, could be a relation, a lover. It could be an animal. Who's your best friend? One lady in Sydney, years ago, she said, I imagined a little pot plant on the balcony of my apartment. I wished it well. You're a form of life, and I care for you too. You imagine this little pot plant, may it always be well watered, safe, not too hot, not too cold, and just caring for it that way is a form of loving kindness. As if the area above your heart is really tingling now. The more you spread this loving kindness through thoughts or through listening to me, the stronger it feels. And then, without opening your eyes, imagine all the people in this room. All the people who have listened to you, talked with you, sat next to you in the dining room. All the people who have been snoring. They're just human beings. Care for them. Say to all the people in your cottage, the door of my heart will always be open to each one of you. I might not approve of what you do, but I don't understand why you do it. It doesn't stop me from caring about you, wishing you well. This beautiful sense of mudita. I really hope that you get enlightened before me. I really hope that you have this beautiful nimittas. You don't have sickness. That other people can accept you with all your faults as I'm accepting you now. I care. I care too much to criticize or find fault. You're all growing on this great journey to peace, wisdom, enlightenment. As you extend the loving kindness, not to people in your own cottage, but to people in this whole retreat center. Again, not just the people in this room even. All the other nuns, all the other monks, all the other people who have come and are no longer here. To each one of you, who are kind of what Jhana Grove really is. Not walls, not seats, but human beings. Not just human beings. The birds in the sky, the little spiders who come and pay respects, the other things which crawl on the ground or fly through the air. May all beings in this beautiful compound of Jhana Grove know they too have a place. They don't need to feel afraid. They can add to the peace and beauty of this place. You spread this loving kindness to every sentient being who resides or even just visits in Jhana Grove. Then you start spreading it even further. This is a virtuous place here. We get little difficulties or suffering. We do get it from time to time. But right now, Think of all the people, not just in Jhana growth, but in, say, the monastery over the road, up in Hermit's Hill, over in Bodhinyana, in Karnat Prison Farm. All the people over there. Maybe you find it weird that these Buddhist monks come and they don't just teach there, they learn there. Monks learning from you. And also having the opportunity to give this beautiful kindness to people who have made mistakes. You spread this loving kindness over this whole vicinity of Serpentine, and down to the village, Serpentine village, where we go to get supplies or post offices, we go to the train stations. May all people and beings in this area of Serpentine, may they be at peace, free from pain and suffering, and never feel they're alone or being abandoned, because we're thinking about you now. How does that feel inside of you when you give this beautiful loving kindness to people you don't even know, but you know who are there? And then you expand even further. This loving kindness, once it gets going, it's hard to keep it close to you anymore. The more you give, the wider are your people you give loving kindness to, the stronger your loving kindness gets. It doesn't dilute its power, it amplifies it. You start to think of all the people here in Australia. Some of you come from the east coast of Australia, some of you live here, some of you up in the north or south. May all beings in this island of Australia be free from disease, free from fear, have all of their injuries or cancers sapped away, disappear, because of the power of loving kindness. It's much stronger than viruses or bacteria. May all beings, not just beings, even the deer kangaroos and the birds in the sky, may all of you not know any fear, be at peace and be happy, and enjoy your life with your friends. May all beings be at peace and be happy. You may not be able to cure some of your dear relations, but you can always care for them, and that means so much. And you spread your loving kindness not just in Australia. You go over the boundaries without needing air tickets or customs and visas. Loving kindness doesn't need any of that. It just flows to all beings. Over in Indonesia, New Zealand, over to Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, further afield over to India, Sri Lanka. Just like this virus, but like a golden healing virus, spreading all over the world, over to places where there's been earthquakes, where there's been killings and pain, over where animals have lost their homes, over where religious and political misunderstandings have created death. May all beings forgive and learn its power and never need to hate again. May all beings be free. and respect and share. As it goes way over to Europe and Africa, way over to the Americas, to the whole world. Not just to people, but for animals as well, who have little power, but experience so much suffering. Care for them all. You spread the loving kindness indiscriminately over the whole world. Just like the sun shines, warms, and feeds all, without discrimination of who's who, what they've done. You give your loving kindness to all beings. You realize some of those beings actually were enemies who let you down or hurt you. Doesn't matter. Give that loving kindness. Your enemies, people who have hurt you, need it more than anybody else. May all beings in the whole world and universe be at peace. How does that make you feel? And there's one person you've left out, and that's you. This being which bears your name. Imagine you're standing in front of a full-length mirror, looking at yourself without any criticism. You say to yourself, me, the person you know better than anybody else, the person you've lived with for such a long time. I've lived with this being in this life over 73 years, almost 74 now. I care for me. I forgive all my faults, all those silly jokes, all those errors. Dear me, say to yourself, I love me, and mean it. Care for yourself. Care for your meditation. The more you can love in this moment, open the door of your heart without any criticism, the more that loving kindness increases. The closer you are to these jhanas and to liberation. May I be at peace. And then, because everything must end, the care carries on. Imagine this beautiful, like blanket of golden light, warm and kind, which you spread over the whole world. Imagine the light receding, drawing back to Australia. Believe the warmth out there, coming back, coming in to Western Australia, to Serpentine, to Jhana Grove, like zooming in, like people do on Google Maps, zooming in to Jhana Grove, zooming in to the meditation hall, zooming into this body, which you call you, zooming into your heart, like this intense ball of loving kindness. And imagine the only thing which you can rest on is like an imaginary, pure, white lotus flower. It's like your loving kindness, a big ball of luminous golden energy sitting on top, powerful yet not harming the very delicate lotus petals. Then imagine those lotus petals closing around loving kindness, keeping it inside of you, safe, powerful, enough to be used at another time for yourself or for others. And I will now give the blessing. Sabbarogo vinimuto sabbasantapavajito sabbaveramati gando nibuto jatuvangbhava sabitiyo viva chantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavan vantarayo sukhi dikayu gopava apivadanha siletsa nicha Uttapachalino Chattaro Dhamma Vatanti Ayuano Sukhang Balang. You may open your eyes now. The formal part of the retreat is over. And of course my own thanks go to all the people who have made this possible. And my gratitude goes to each one of you. And please know that you've all been excellent retreatants. And I always, just as a matter of duty, or not duty, but a matter of tradition, we always give forgiveness. So for each one of you, you already have, even though you've done nothing wrong at all, you always have this forgiveness of the 3 time zones. Anything you've ever done by body, by speech or mind, thoughts, anything which you didn't do, which you should have done, anything which was just an accident, misinterpreted, I give you all forgiveness for anything in the past, for anything in the future you'll ever do, anything you're doing right now. Please know you're totally forgiven. You've got a blank check for the rest of your life. That's what's called loving kindness. Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu. Okay. Retreat manager, first of all, thank you. An excellent job. It's hard work managing things. To all the cooks, wherever you are. To all the, who else? The caretakers. And even the caretakers and the cooks and the managers, they wouldn't be able to do this without each one of you to do it for. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve. Anyone I missed out? Me? No. Thank you for me. And thank you for the bhikkhunis and the nuns. And thank you for my attendant. And thank you for all the teddy bears. Okay, better stop, my hands are hurting. Okay, any other announcements?
I did forget to mention this morning that unless you've already arranged with me to stay a little bit longer, we do need you to pack your bags from the rooms and take them from the rooms so that the cleaner can start cleaning, because we do have another retreat coming in great after this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Book 'em in, Ajahn.
Excellent. And I'm sure I'll see each one of you somewhere in this world. It's amazing just how small, they say the world is small, but sometimes you meet people you've met years ago, and sometimes you remember them. If I don't remember you, I'd always say, you're the person whose name I keep forgetting. So have a wonderful life. Ooh. Hi. So what are you paying respect to? Who? I haven't got a clue who that is. To what I represent. It's wonderful having you here. Thank you. Was it great having nuns here? Yes. Yeah, I agree. Gave me time off. Thank you. No, I mean more than that. And thank you for being here. Thank you. Congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great. And thanks for looking after your mum. Very nice. Very hard job. Yay. How are you? How are you? That's fine. Very good. That's a grand prize winner. Whoa.
We are besties, by the
We're
way.
best friends who came together.
Excellent.
From back from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Over 30 odd years.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah.
It's lovely having a best friend.
I
Because,
know.
you know,
But
they're
we
always
have so
lovely.
much to catch up
We haven't talked for
tonight because she's flying back tomorrow again.
Oh, wow.
back to California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so not enough time, but
Make sure you drink a lot of water to make, no, tea. Tea's much
Tea.
better. Yeah, to make sure that you've got lots of energy and lots of lubrication. You've got lots to talk about.
Thank you so much.
thank you so much.
It's great to see you. Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come into the retreat.
Excellent.
This is my second time,
Yes.
so hope to come back in the future as well.
Yeah.
And
We're not going to go anywhere. This place is going to be here for a long time. It gets better every year.
you know,
Excellent. Hi. Very good. Well done.
Yeah, this is my first time in Australia.
Yeah.
For the good.
Yes, triple prize winner.
I hope to come back here again.
Okay, excellent. Great.
You don't travel to America now.
Not yet, but I don't know what's going to happen next week. So, been there before.
But also always get updated on the website.
Oh yeah, yeah.